Hello, and welcome to this episode about the 3 most common mistakes that people make when trying to heal their tension myositis syndrome symptoms. I'm Laura Thornton. In this episode, I'll highlight the common mistakes that so many people make and then show you how to get back on track and become pain-free. So there are millions of people out there who believe wholeheartedly in Dr. John Sarno and his approach to chronic pain symptoms. Many of the people I talk with have been on board for decades. Some of them even met and worked with Dr. Sarno in New York back in the day. And there are also a lot of newcomers who join our Dr. Sarno Facebook group every day. It's growing like crazy, and that's great. His important legacy lives on. Dr. Sarno's message was very powerful, and it's standing the test of time now more than 15 years after he retired. However, I do see some problems. Dr. Sarno's books don't really include his healing formula. He only shared that with his patients when they came to New York. His books are more focused on defending the idea that emotions cause chronic symptoms. And so even though people love the books, they're not sure how to approach the problem. In fact, I see well-intentioned members and support and chat groups talking about the wrong thing. It seems like there's been a skewed TMS treatment protocol that's developed online. I'm not really sure where it came from, but we need to address this because it keeps too many people stuck in pain. So today I'm going to identify the 3 biggest mistakes that TMS sufferers, maybe you, are making and how to get back on track so you can heal quickly and live the rest of your life without pain. A high percentage of Sarno followers seem to be spending too much time ruminating about their emotions. Many of them have perfectionist and people-pleasing personality types. They tend to deep dive into their emotions and somehow never find their way back out. They do a lot of journaling, and journaling can be very helpful. But did you know that the word journaling isn't mentioned in any of Dr. Sarno's books? It seems as though this tactic has developed over time and taken on a significant life of its own. Now, in general, what I see is a lot of rumination about trying to fix everything so that you can heal, trying to figure out how to correct the past, how to make the present perfect, how to make relationships run smoothly all the time. I think what a lot of people don't realize is that they will never completely get all their ducks in a row, and that's okay. It's truly not necessary. I promise that you can get below the chronic pain threshold and feel great with a bit of lingering messiness in your life that just means you're beautifully imperfect. In other words, human. And the way you do this is by working a little harder on mistake number 2, which is stop questioning your symptoms. Every single day, I hear from people who've been following Dr. Sarno for years, and they believe in TMS 100%, but they still think that half of their symptoms are TMS and the other half are real medical problems. This is the sticking point where Dr. Sarno spent most of his time because he could see, like I do, that it was very difficult for people to accept a new symptom as TMS. So what people, maybe you, end up doing is only partially accepting their TMS diagnosis, and then they spend all their energy trying to effectively process all their repressed emotions. But since they don't fully believe that all their chronic symptoms are TMS, then no amount of journaling will work. It ends up being a real catch-22. So first things first, every new symptom that looks exactly like TMS should be treated as TMS 100%. Every time you start going down that rabbit hole and think differently about new symptom X, quickly reorient your thoughts. If you're susceptible to TMS, then each new TMS type symptom should be embraced as such until proven otherwise. This is what I've done, and so far it's turned out to be TMS 100% of the time. And here's the really amazing and wonderful thing that will happen. When your baseline becomes absolute belief, you'll get fewer and fewer symptoms until TMS finally just gives up. Now, the 3rd biggest mistake people make when trying to heal TMS relates to the first mistake, rumination. They spend too much time thinking and not nearly enough time moving their bodies out of pain. Remember, TMS is based on a mind-body connection. The problem is that people want to get better first and then start moving again. Now I get it. When you've been in pain for months or even years, the thought of moving normally and regularly again can feel daunting. But it's imperative to move, and Sarno knew this. That's why I want to remind you about the first line on the first page of his best-selling book, Healing Back Pain. Sarno says this: resume all physical activity. It won't hurt you. And I would add that not only will physical activity not damage you, it will help you a lot. And it's hard at first, but not for long. Moving and exercising and stretching and pushing through a bit of increased pain and then surviving it proves to your subconscious mind that you are not broken. And this positive mindset helps you with mistake number 2, questioning your symptoms, while taking the pressure off of mistake number 1, trying to just think your way out of pain. It's a win-win-win. In fact, when you address all 3 of these biggest TMS mistakes simultaneously by moving more, believing more, and thinking about your problems less, you should see rapid symptom improvement. Now, what should you do next? Well, if you've got back pain in the mix, and I know that many of you do, as it's the most common TMS symptom, we've got a short, free back cure workshop about these 3 steps at calmyourback.com. And there's a link below this video. Thanks for watching.